The UN Refugee Agency defines a refugee as someone who has been forced to leave his home country due to persecution, war, or violence because of race, religion, or nationality, and can no longer return. Now, just a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to be in the Middle East, specifically in Jordan, and I was able to meet and sit down and talk with Syrian refugees who were living displaced in the capital city. Now, I can tell you that the hospitality that I was shown was something I had never seen before, and the coffee, while delicious, was equally as strong. Now, to give just a little bit of a background in what is happening in Syria, just 6 years ago, Syria experienced this dreaded start to what seems to be a never-ending war. Now, conditions in this country were not great, originally due to poverty and unemployment, but chaos seemed to reign supreme as the government's dictatorship and regime took over the country. Living in this chaos has led to what is now known as the never-ending civil war. Now, as we continue to speak about refugees, there's 3 things that I would like to cover so we can be more informed. The first is Syrian people as their religious affiliation. Now, most Syrians, in fact 70% of Syria, affiliate with Sunni Islam, and Sunni Islam is the largest sect of Islam. And to really understand what this means, Muslims follow the 5-pillar system. These 5 pillars are how they live their lives and what should prove to be that they are a good Muslim. Now, first is the confession. A Muslim says there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. And Muslims truly believe that if you believe this in your heart, then you are a Muslim. Number 2 is there are specific prayers that are to be said 5 times throughout the day. Number 3, alms must be given to the poor. Number 4, there must be a feasting during the month of Ramadan, which usually takes place in the summer. And lastly, one must make a pilgrimage to Mecca, or the holy city, at least once in his lifetime. Now, these Muslims really hold to their beliefs, and especially when they have to take their beliefs to another country, such as Jordan. Now, there are many different ways that these people can live. There are refugee camps set up, specifically where I saw in Jordan, but that is not all. They do not just live in these camps. Now, in Jordan, there are approximately 1 million Syrian refugees, but most only 10% live in refugee camps. The rest live in urban areas and small apartments. So even further than these surrounding countries, people are moving to Europe, and applications are filing in of people wanting to desperately go to Germany and Sweden. And these countries have really opened their doors and their borders to welcoming in these refugees. Now, what is currently being done for these refugees? Well, there are many different organizations that have really taken it to heart to say, this is our mission, this is what we need to do. Several secular organizations have already taken to this, such as Friends of Refugees, different things like the UN has taken so much effort to make things right. But then we also have the other side of Christian organizations and things like I would like to be a part of one day, such as CAMA, which is Compassion and Mercy Associates, part of the Christian Missionary Alliance, and World Relief and Samaritan's Purse, all doing wonderful things to sit with these people and say, what is the need here and what can be done? Now, truly, help is coming for these people. We are becoming more aware of the concern and aware of the situation. So there are many things that are continuing to be done, and there are many ways that we can all be involved. Now, just to conclude, in Deuteronomy it says, he executes justice for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the foreigner, giving him food and clothing. You must also love the foreigner, since you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. Also we see in Galatians, for you were called to be free, brothers. Only don't use this freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but serve one another through love. For the entire law is fulfilled in one statement, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, who is our foreigner, and who is our neighbor? Well, I truly submit that all who inhabit this earth are neighbors and are in need of food and clothing, just as we were. But most importantly, They are in the need of the love that Christ so evidently provided for us. Thank you.